So the Minutewomen field hockey team had a successful weekend after losing to Syracuse in the first game, but the highlight of the weekend came against the game against St. Louis, where the team won 4-1 and had their spot in the Atlantic 10 playoffs that will come this week. I'm here with my field hockey experts. The Liberty man, Jake Liberty, returns to UMass Sports Weekly.
Great to be back. Great to be back.
And Tommy Calautti is back here for the field hockey for his coverage that has been spectacular all year. So, guys, let's start out. Tommy, tell me what happened in the Syracuse game.
Well, the Syracuse game, the buzzword is domination, and it was not by the Minutewomen. Syracuse completely controlled the tempo. They won 6-4, not very telling, obviously, but shots were 19-5. They outcornered the Minutewomen by a lot. Syracuse controlled everything. Their goalie did not have to make a save in this game, which you could attribute the Minutewomen had an effective offense, but my argument to that would be there were some very fluky goals in this game. Syracuse dominated. There was not a lot to look forward to, and it's a worrisome game when you get into how far this team can go in the NCAA tournament.
Well, that was tough to see, but the weekend didn't end right there. Coach Calautti was very upset after that game, and then the team goes into their last A10 matchup of the year. And Jake, tell me about that matchup, which gave them the #1 seed heading into the playoffs.
I mean, unlike Syracuse, UMass swamped St. Louis. Swamped them. I don't even know what that means. It just seemed fitting.
It's a noun that you made a verb. It's beautiful.
They won 5-1, and with 21-5 against the shots, I can safely say that our offense had a very productive day. Unlike many of the games this season, from my perspective, like I've stated so many times, I've seen the defense come. Offense this game, exactly what you're looking for, exactly what they've needed all year, exactly why I think that they'll go far in the A10 as well as NCAA tournaments. But the positives, it was just an amazing game. Many people scored. Sarah Hawkshaw had 2 goals and won Rookie of the Week. And, it's just the perfect momentum to get going into the A10 tournament. And we're really excited to see how that turns out.
Well, I know the team was excited after that win. And now the team has a matchup slated against Lock Haven. And we're the #1 seed. They're the last seed in the A10. Tommy, tell us what our chances are going into this NCAA tournament.
I like our chances against Lock Haven in the A10 tournament. If I could highlight something that I think will give us the edge, I want to talk about youth scoring on the team. I think what these girls have done, especially the freshmen and sophomores, has been absolutely spectacular. You can see Melanie Cruz, who I have just raved about all year, borderline obsession. With 9 goals, that has been amazing. She has been a great fill-in on the penalty corners. Sarah Hawkshaw, like Jake brought up, has been Freshman of the Week, I believe, twice, if not 3 times. Haley Cochran has stepped up huge with her 7 goals and 7 assists. Izzy Delaria, we did a little portion on her last week on how important she is to the team. And Nicole Miller chips in a lot as well. And, I really think that this team, if they can get their offense together, is going to be great. And I think the offense is their key to competing in the A10 and NCAA tournaments.
Now, we talked about the A10 tournament. Jake, tell me what you think our chances are in the NCAAs this year.
Our record in the A10, 7-1, excellent record. Outside the A10, you're looking at a 3-8 record, which is not going to do it in the NCAA tournament. It's just not. It's not going to go about it. You're losing to Syracuse. You're losing to just a bunch of other teams that are just going to dominate. I think what we really need if we want to get a good run in the NCAA tournament is, like Tommy stated, a heavy offensive drive, as well as the defense needs to step it up a bit. And I have confidence in Sam Carlino that she's going to do great. Against Syracuse, their goalie had 0 saves, while Carlino had 9. Even though we lost that game, that's an amazing game by a goalie. 9 saves. I think that we have a good chance of going far as long as the team just works together and puts all the pieces together.
Now, Jake, you talk about the positives of Sam Carlino. Tommy, what do you think the biggest positive about this team is 7-1 in the A10?
Well, I think the biggest positive about this team is you can point at 3 different spots in each side of the field that are strong. You have Lauren Ali Muhammad, who anchors the defense, who I interviewed a couple weeks ago. She's a great person, and she's great at what she does. You have the middle of the field. You have your midfielders like Brooke Sabia and her sister Allie. Those two, stats have been down this year, but they get the job done. They have great stamina running up and down the field. They can play defense and offense. And then I want to point at your offense. You have Melanie Cruz, you have Izzy Delaria, people who know how to score, know how to distribute the ball. And lastly, Sam Carlino. She is your key going into the NCAA tournament, your key in the A10 tournament, and she's going to be your key on where this team goes.
My girl.
I like her as well. We saw that feature, and she's just a very confident girl. She has experience with the USA junior team. She's a very experienced goalie and one of the best in the country. So we have her on our side, which is a great thing, and we'll take that #1 seed in the A10. Thanks, guys. So that'll wrap it up for field hockey. We're going to look at another team now who will compete in the A10s this week, and that's the women's soccer team.